Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and these are the books that I got through for About a Book 17. My focus was to read primarily graphic novels and the single issue comics that I have for this About a Books, and I dare say that I succeeded. I read volume 6 of Saga, and I was really expecting not to enjoy this because so many people have not had the best of things to say about the 6th volume. There are people who are falling out of love with this series as it goes on, and as they are reading more graphic novel series that I guess seem to have different things to offer or different ways of telling their story than Saga does. I like that we're seeing more of, is it Hazel, as she continues to grow. This picks up, she's older, it's a little bit further ahead in the whole storyline, so we have like year jumped in this, even though if you don't know, this is like Hazel telling her life story from birth up to, I guess, the point where the age that she is now as she's starting the story once the series ends, if it ever ends. But we're at her schooling years at this point in the series, and so there are again more characters who are being brought into the fold, and the story is continuing to expand, and I'm really digging it. Still digging it. Then I read volume 4 of Lumberjanes. This is called Out of Time, and I'm still enjoying this as well. I will not again state the comparison of the TV show that it reminds me of. This is getting more people involved with each issue. There's a different adventure, and we're getting to the point where we're seeing more about Abigail and some things from her past, and Jen is growing and the girls are growing. Still enjoying this. Then I read The Ultimates 2 volumes 1 and 2, and again these were borrowed. I really enjoyed these. The low-key comes into play, and there's this whole time and perspective bending situation going on that I thoroughly enjoyed. This ended on a much higher note for me than the first iteration or the first series of this comic series did. Start to finish, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed where things went with Thor. Kind of broke me down a little bit the way things went with Hulk. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, I think this is it for this. I have to check and see. But I also read the first 2 issues of the Lumberjanes and Gotham Academy crossover series. I didn't really care for this. I don't know. I did not enjoy this as much as I was hoping to, and it may also be because I'm not a reader of the Gotham Academy graphic novel series. I don't plan to be a reader of that series, but yeah, I didn't care for it as much as I was hoping to. And the last of the graphic novels that I read were the first 4-ish volumes. Words are hard. Of Ultimate XMen. This is a reboot that was done in the early 2000s of the XMen series, and yeah, really enjoying this as well. There was one, I think it's volume 3, we're in the middle of the issues that were put out for that volume. They changed artists, and the difference between the characters from one issue to the next is so glaringly obvious. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you saw me talking about that a little bit, and there is a crossover issue in the Ultimates with some of the characters of Ultimate XMen where there's a flip out page that's like 8 pages long that's so fucking epic. It was like, I think I stared at and studied that page and that action sequence for a good 10 minutes. Again, if you follow me on Snapchat, then you saw it. I absolutely loved it, but it made me even more excited to get to these, and I'm really enjoying it. I know the story of Wolverine in here is different than the story of Wolverine when I was a kid, and of course Wolverine's backstory is always a story of speculation because you create a character with no fucking memory. You can do whatever you want to do to his backstory. So from one author to the next, the backstory changes. But I still, even with that difference, and I'm somebody who can be really, really hard-ass when it comes to characters that I love, like Wolverine is my comic crush of all time. He's bae. I love him. Even with that, I did not mind the alterations that were made to his story in this iteration of the X-Men story versus the story when I was growing up. So, yeah. Really, really enjoyed this. I am going to continue with these for the rest of the month. I think I have all of the issues because the guy I borrowed them from is awesome. And then I also read 139 pages in Darken by Kirsten White. And I'm enjoying this so far. If you're not familiar with what this is, it is a gender flip story of Vlad the Impaler. It's supposed to be like I'll talk about that when I do the review of it. There are some things about some of the characters that I'm already having issues with. That is everything that I got to for Battle Books 17. If you participated, how did you do for the readathon? I hope you all participated in the chat. While the challenges are great, I've never participated in a challenge because I just don't have the time. That doesn't mean that I won't in the future, but for now, I don't have the time to do it when it happens with my work schedule and life schedule. But the chats are everything. They're so much fun. It's a great way to start the readathon, and as you get to the end of the week, and sometimes you can feel a little sluggish or slumpish as the week goes along, that chat that's the day before the last day can get you right back into the mood for reading. It's really, really fun. I hope you all had a good week. If you participated in the readathon, I hope you are happy with the progress that you made, whether you read 100 pages or 1,000. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.